your friend urinary tract infections.
That's right.
Nti na no pay obi bia benya aso na watie yan. Especially yemrante ne yemabawa ya baso nti yebetimi eti na so pam. Na obi bebusa say UTI na kwan ben so na ye fa sunya. UTI infections no bacteria na de ba na bacteria na most at times say na de ba na E. coli. E. coli so yenya no wo ejana mu nti yebeka no yebeka fu ase infections no mostly ya na yenya no wo washrooms ya na ye visit. Se woko washroom na ebia sink na obetena so no se went me and clean so ye na se ebia ye be ma na obe ma no ano no eto sink ni ma because say yenya bacteria ni free ejana mu nti no obetimi bacteria no betimi ewura obe ma ni mu na afa urethra ni mu akwa akoto bladder ni mu efri bladder ni mu so a ebetimi afa urethros ni mu akwa akoto kidney ni mu ama aha kidney no because kidney no ne produce Johnson na ya Johnson mane ba bladder ni mu yetimi de Johnson ba abonten no enti yentimi anhwe ye ho ye wa bra ya visit washroom no na yetimi ekoi take isa bacteria we e de koye mu a bacteria no bedidi akoye mu ache na de sunsun so bebre so e de bebre most of times say na ema no na tanya UTI no pa because ema no urethros no ya na mostly ya na eben omo anus no enti most of times omo e call private na omo wie na omo sisi omo ho na omo clean every the back to the front ya na mostly ya na E. coli no ebi efa omo urethros ni mu e de call omo bladder ni enti akwaba sai no so e ha adwen bebre na obi wo wa so bi aya na eba no so no ebi ni obi wo no onya sa yare we bi aya na most of times o jonso aya na onya pains pa e wo mu when nya pains nso obi nso o jonso aya na moja kakra nso edi akire moja no so eba pain na ebeba no anase jonso na ebeba na ya na ekuta some foul smell bi enti wo yo obi a wo jonso na se jonso na eba no akire enka kakra bi wo mu a wo se o hye ne nso anase o jonso na ebi a moja di akire edi akire nso eba wo se o hye ne nso na eba okokose ebi a UTI infections na unya ebiemu so symptoms na amafo betimi experience ne se ubenya one very sharp pains our flanks mu and asa abdomen and our pelvics mu no so ubenya pains very serious pains ewo mu and asa lower back and so ubenya pains ewo mu and asa we be man so na oye bibia and asa your ban so a obohu se afi oye bibia na asa wabre onye hwe krampa you feel say you are very tired we nyina infections yare mu na etna E. coli ni mu edeso nsusanso ede ebre ebiemu so o ye yin so ana watumi atuhu anamon said dem di kan kan no o we visit washroom a also obo modern sink na betna so ana so washroom na betmi atna so no o be clean so kama na o wie so a watumi awhoro nsa said be ya say in case say o do nsa so bibi mu ana say any surface bia mu na E. coli bacteria no e wo so a wanfa anko ho anase wa bacteria no entimi amba o system ni mu na etimi so aboa ebiem so se bia wo yo ba nso a symptoms e bia obetimi experience ebiem ne se wanhwe ya na bacteria no eko mu no na ebia na esi wa wo ho kwan anase bibisa nti ye bo moden se ye to enkra anase ye bo enka ye se obi bia enna no ho so se be ya o visit washroom a obe make sure say obetimi protecting no na wa cleaning no kama owi obe wohoro ne nsa na afi so obetimi atake in more water say be ya unya bacteria because say bacteria no eye efa through the urethra ni mu no obetimi take in more water say be ya onum nsuo na onum no betimi apushi sa bacteria no etimi ababonte na watimi so ade on afi so mema no so ye be make sure say ye betimi I have safe sex because we be that these bacteria na ebia one no eko mpemu agra nso betimi enya these bacteria e de akomu ama de oha so e de abronti na no pay ye bo UTI ho de ro ne e kase obi antimi protect no obi antimi washing and sabra harvest washroom ana say obetimi e clean bia bia abekwa akotena be ye ho ye no betimi e clean ho say be bacteria na enya kwan antimi anra mu na de sunsun sanso na ba bacteria no fa urethra ni mu na akopie bladder ni mu efiri won so afa urethros ni mu na akwa akopie kidney ni mu e de sunsun sanso bebre e de bebro te de si nim se ne kidney so emfa so acidity no entna se emma bacteria yi enko ra mu na ankofa oha amfa mbre kidney no tina no pay UTI ho de wura ye bo no obi anhye no so na won no ho ban se na be ya these infections do na ya na amanfo enya no ya na mostly ya na ekofa e de ba ho ne etimi abo ho ban every sa infections no so me kan to so no so na me kire se bia scan ahodo na opese utwa e wo ya so e ho a tabita ube hwehwe ye kire akwan e wo Daban Cindy Junction ahojo Daban Cindy Junction your number say didi juma e 053
053
038
038
7812 053
053
038
7812
with me afresh our number we are there to your branches our fan and afra we be far na baby bia pesa okobia nipa no direct so then am di ka no se scan na pesa utwa with me abaya so ya your scan na bit me etwa e de amount say your pelvic scan say abdominal scan say prostate scan ya na yeta ebudi ho adanse pii no so no we be ma bit me avesti a clinic no na ya hwe e de amount ama bibia so aye come and so e de amount.
All right, Prince. Yes, sir, that's pa. Okay, Tonchi Aba. Yes, oboni chichi ni sana. Our glasses be 1,000. Go away. Yako.
Papa.
Abraham ma. Now I want to say.
Bibi
aboko. If you boko. Okay. Yani Abraham ma di komo wi a mabejo afo ba betena se. Lawyer George Pon ewa ha member MPP communication team. And a lawyer Evan Samankwa, director legal affairs NDC Ashanti region. Woman and woman change komo. Yebusa say, why has the removal of the Chief Justice become too political? It has become extremely political. As you see, the removal of Chief Justice are taking a political trend. I know ya thing. Catholic Bishop is calling on the president as a matter of urgency to declare Galamsey area state of emergency. We ask the president, will he heed to that? And then these are major issues. Chama want to me to appear before CID this morning. Maminti Ominiaba.
May I say, etie for any out of four. Me patro Tunchi Herbal Center catching a sabri midway Kontunchi Herbal Center. We edi ema boa na chese di ne modu. Eno nti eduro no enye edura emu hakra eye edura emu edu ne ho odin na ebo adwuma ho odin eso ankasa me patro se wutie mi akontonji herbal center ye de edura efe ne tonji herbal capsules abedwama eso tonji herbal capsules o hwe me ewo TV no eso a obon se eduro ne sai no na eda manimu no ana se da TV no eso no eno nti tonji herbal capsules no eye ade a ewo mu 30 capsules obenom na no pamienu abra wodidi awie enwumre mienu abra wodidi awie na edro we eboa eye mema adwuma nkasa me se metena se am ye mema nyina judge me di mema nyina asam edema wo mu me di mema enso efa omuntuma pa efra bema bia eje ne 3 points enam say wanonom tonchi herbal capsules anase waji tonchi herbal capsules atomo me patro se wutie mi atonchi herbal capsules eboa ma bema bia wanonom enuro bi amenne ode boa ni asesia no waje mu no me patro eboa no ema nya na ho den ebag eboa ma kokrakra nya ho den ewo pam eboa ma obi a waye mre ewo pam me kire mema no ejina omo na so eye ankasa obi be kasa se die kamia ko yese edro bia ejina ho ema mema ane esansa ye ewiase nyina mema ene edibu ede omubu man ye de mema ene ye bibia me patro se dwumadie bia be kwaso na se mema ni ma me patro ye kwa enye ye esansa ye kasa ye kwa baby na mema edi animu azum bema bia me patro begina na so se bema ejina entini so eno nti se wutie na se wuntini emu esisi dia wo hia tonchi herbal capsules ebeboa bie entini mu ede amam sade be ya moja na ebenya akonya edi afusane ewo nipaduanum eye tonchi herbal capsules eye edura eboa bo emema prostate mu eban obi biara doctor aka kyen se owo prostate mu ehaw bia atadwufo we ne watedene ena wo jeje tonchi maba mi di wasam ede amam se wo prostate mu ebie ede amawo a ene wo dwonso a ema wotena se ana enamo na ho wonte se dwonso de wo wansa dwonso enamo na ho anase enamo ntuma mu enam unika mu na ne de bia da ho ajejo nso a me paso ma na mo otofo ni chom e wo ba bi eton aduro bia me paso henfa na wo ofre wa ofrai ye be cho ba bi a benya bi ato no akwa akope bi ato anom o prostate no ensno me emfa rubber entum me patro se the rubber eto o prostate mu a na sa wodwo nso fam a me patro se bi ye ka me ma wonka ho wodwo not se be ma ne so be ma se de no ntimi enye bi prostate e ya de asese e ha me ma nkasa first 50 years eko ena omunya prostate and emranse ni nyina e wo prostate enam say ye didie mu enye enema bia no nom koye ye nipadua no emmoa omo prostate no eno ntimesio wo ye obi a wodwo nso a wote yaw wodwo nso a wochem wodwo nso a wo bre wo ho no ma wote se obemom efemfem wo asa bibi enenam a mesio o prostate na chemato aba ho entna ema emu embie emunya bie se kima emmoa droben no eba ne sana na wodwo nso no me patro aye problem e de ama so obadwo nso what in kasa dwo nso ta wa ya senso je so wochem so nye ni nyina e na eba edura me kanfo e de ama wo eye tonchi herbal capsules faafo na fa ye number ne se CA ene doctor ntwetwe nkomo na ginchemu abro me de eso ye number no eye 0553 51 11 59 0553 51 11 59 edino eye tonchi me patro so wo tie me a tonchi herbal capsules me say eye mema nyina jeje edi mema asem ama wo mo wo ye bema me too for say wono oba edi mpaso agra me patro 20 minutes ni jaye 30 minutes no jai so wonum aduro bi etimi do kosa extend na me too for say ube jai esan sadakope obenom no ube wie no ani so brew na watu ahwe obenom ube wie wona ma no watu ahwe ube wie na se wakoma ye wo ya ube wie asa obo hyehyew ube so obo na watu anananom e wonse de esan say akono ene de wako wie sa no sa no kopi amoche a ene obebo abiridi abrada ankasa me pa so ye be ma na se wutie mi a wo hia tonchi herbal capsules we eye habama ebibidro kroje ebeboa ebiebie wuntim ede amao obi wo hono ma kane no na wono no mnuro no na obedi nhyiemu ene wono ma enye adwuma ene akwakofa ohaw ede abrena me patcho wadura me patcho me kanfo ede amao ebeboa amoanyi wa ho ode no eback eye tonchi herbal capsules meso so obefre doctor ofren so nya abotwe natural how mu etre no me patcho benya daje tiu no wayi unsem busa ni nyina ano ede amao ehe fa na wo me patcho wo eduma fo ni chom wo Asempa pharmacy baby a boys no eton phones me share PZ udu on ma new building me patcho e wo honom tenten wo pagya wo ti Asempa pharmacy ene wo hono okwa so petonchi herbal capsules e bono so wo form ye be bi e de amount blessed we kwa e wo kewo maggi herbal e wo Santasi station Adom chemicals Santasi station woni pa bia raba bia wo bia pese obeto bi no so wo nkokọ so wo nkran so wo Cape Coast so wo abuakwa me patro ba biara ofra ye betcho ba bia benya bi ato emema nyina edro tonji herbal capsules me patro onoma eboa wo e ma ugina wo naso to say age na wo boy adwuma to say machine di twa blocks be ma me too for say na watwe bia wantimi ene odofo ene papa agro no na nya mprensa esan se eboa wo prostate no ankasa bema bia wotadi mpaso agro bia mpacho onya prostate enu nti se wutie me na se opese o protect your prostate na me pacho hia say dane da wonom tonji herbal capsules na sanso di mpaso agro Monday wo de ye enu weekends wo ye ene Monday ye Wednesday ye Friday ye Sunday sanso ye me pacho eya hoden e na wo pe me nka se koye 15 minutes 20 minutes 30 minutes 5 minutes you are good to go eboa protect your prostate no eboa ma prostate no enya hoden wo wodwunso mu hawo wo de wo wodwunso mu hawo odwunso a wo bre doctor akacho so wodwunso mu hawo sabre ya wo de wankasa wonim se a se medwunso a menya hawo medwunso a mebre medwunso be wie mogya edi achi a me no wo to nchia e wo adrowe ho obi biara wodwunso mu hawo bia me no wo to nchia e wo adrowe fre ne tonchi herbal capsules e ho se frɛ yɛn anasa yɛn kyerɛ baabi a bɛnya bi atɔ na wɔnom a mepatwɔ mienu ano papra wo didi wi enwumre so sa ɛbɛboa ama dwunso mu hawo bia wo no mepatwɔ ɛto betwa ɛde ama wo nso a wayɛ mre wɔn pɛ me no wo to ntia ɛwɔ aduro wi ho sɛ no mepatwɔ me nka sɛ wo bɛnom na no pɛ enwumre ɔde bɛyɛ adwuma na wo gyina na so da bi ɛyɛ haw ɛna aba nipadua nim ɛno nti aduro we di abotre ebe ebeyi entinum amemu ada ho na moja no enya akonya ede afurusan wo nipadua no eye ebeyi wo system amama bia afri honom said ebeya wo system ebeye den edro no eye tonchi herbal capsules fire number no sisi and free doctor any doctor ntwetwe nkombo number no eye 0553 51 11 59 0553 51 11 59 edino eye tonchi herbal capsules
and one so de yakon herbal. Okay, yeah, also no more lawyer. George upon Transimame. Na yen just so membrane criteria. Aha minority, so we are aware to where they are. Lawyer, straight up, young concept. So Omatati Laura Fair, no, but still on Monte. So then, why is it that the removal of the Chief Justice has taken a political twist? Now, even the councils who are going to either defend or plaintiff, petitioners, Tado Sorry and kind of say former Attorney General in the person of Dame has become an issue. Almost court cases we are winning, we will lose soon. They Chachuchikata also a council. It's like it's taking a political twist. Now, Puamai is being told say our contesting certain seats being put. Adibu Asiedu, there's a call. A Chief Justice, the suspended Chief Justice, at the injunction. It said you restrain you from sitting on the bench, on the committee. It's taking a political twist. Why? This was supposed to be a constitutional procedure and a constitutional duty. But in the end, I feel the Tosumienu, Catholic Bishop, as a president, he declared a state of emergency with the issue that has to do with Galamsey. Now, certain areas we are immediately. Omanhene Yaw.
Omanhene medase, mamencha na mencha watie fu nyina na mehwe ahwefo nyina. Na se de da ye no no. Mencha miwura Kennedy akompreko ohene Japan. Na mencha adofo nyina.
Ochia Kennedy Japan.
Akompreko ohene Japan. The man inspires so hope and confidence. And the ama youth organ nyina any jeno ho, including myself. Etina yeba na ye chia no na yebo na baso. Na ye hye ni nkran. Ni abompaya ama.
Is your man for 2028?
Well, 2028 is not yet, but I have no shred of doubt in my mind.
Say he will lead the party.
He has to lead the
New Patriotic Party.
New Patriotic Party, and he is the man who is capable and able to restore power for NPP. If we want political power, it's Kennedy Japan. I have no shred of doubt on my mind.
Okay.
Now, and come here out the Abano Peno. I say a brother bar, no action if free. Now, when it is politically motivated, say Abuano, na hua ne husunu ese dabodabo. Nani sun ese dabodabo. Nani nantie ese dabodabo a. Enyabo ebia dabodabo. When the removal of the Chief Justice is politically motivated, you cannot have anything like political football like you were saying. It is purely politically motivated to remove. Why not? How would a president of the country act on such a frivolous and vexatious petition? Petitioner. Petitioner. It doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't. But the Council of State have seen a prima facie.
Council of State has always been a
poodle.
This word I want to use is a rubber stamp.
Okay.
Has always been, not this administration. Don't get me
Almost
wrong.
all of
has always been
since 1992.
Has always been rubber stamp of every government, every president. They do the president bid, and have you ever heard
Say there will be a council of state for appointment and the council of state have rejected it. Give me one instance.
From 1992.
It has always been. So when it goes to a council of state, it is a matter of course. The details of the constitution that says it should go there, and it will go there a matter of course. But it won't change from what the thinking and the aspirations of the executive power. It won't change. They are always, they do the bid of the government of the day. Including the one just past MPP government, they have always been. Okay. So we share and somewhere Omujina so say ye chief justice in free Omo president act upon it as suspended. You see, it doesn't even meet the test of common sense.
Why would you say so?
How can you say a whole arm of the government, the head of that arm of the government, a two coin, and the spouse, and the back, a two coin, intino, or Omanhene. Yet how many times has Abamba been not travel with the family for medical attention? How many times?
Mate.
How many times? How many times has John Mahama not traveled with his? Even some of the appointees of this government, to extent that they go on weekend with their girlfriends. Yanti Kroma no kuja toko a school weekends eba. What are we talking about? What is it that we are talking about? Why are we being so hypocrite and the people of conscience in this country are keeping quiet over this matter? For John Mahama to have his way to remove the chief justice just like that, and look at the panel, the people he has empaneled to do.
A panel to
do this. The people he has empaneled to do this and check their background. You see, as human as we are, Obia on biases. And I said, Obia on affiliation. Nobody in this country can tell me, say, you will be on the Supreme Court bench as well. Only soft spot for one political party or the other.
Definitely.
Nobody. And nobody can tell me, say, Obini alliance, whether by a relationship, by association, by whatever, from one political party or the other. Nobody can tell me that. But what the law prescribes, and they said yeah, Adeakye Abia, said yeah, law and prescribe, and they said yeah, Adeakye Abia. It just said, oh yeah, judge, you swear an oath to be impartial and not to be biased. Into and the test. So when you're partial, when you're biased.
Okay.
But as to whether you have an association, you have a relationship, you have a lineage to political party or what, to me is immaterial. But when we look at the trajectory,
so for you, the panel that is at the committee,
I'm telling you, Obiawo ne lineage, and that assumption gives certain line of thought. Into one way, enipa one panel or money no. Any previously their trajectory, near maybe some can be any the whole discourse from we neighbor no. One way, and not the bit the 10 political. And look at the councils for the petitioners and councils. They were the councils for the president, council for the petitioners, and his lordship Puamai. And they're looking at the previous records and communication that people thinking and all that, and certain meetings people are alleging has taken place and all that. So we now I'm not turning a whole thing into political space. No way you constitutional injunction at the free. Now in the first place, even to act on such a frivolous petitions, and Okra gives credence to the fact that it is
you call it frivolous.
I mean,
the Council of State and the President doesn't see it like that.
I have indicated to you that Council of State has always been
a rubber stamp of executive.
Every executive of the day. Always. It is not peculiar to this administration. Always. If you know any member of Council of State,
for you, that prima facie case that was established, no,
was flawed.
Council of State like any other institution.
Opa, science me a course. Yamfamra streets. Yamfamra objective test point of view. Common person on the street with no knowledge of law whatsoever.
Near Musano
and someone of course he said Enyambia will be a chief justice. Next one Would the Nipania Manipano and go into the terms and conditions of the Chief Justice's office, which when it gets there, it will tell you say no crow more cano. It is absolutely founded in the terms and conditions of the Chief Justice's office. Would the young man Nipano cry, and if I win him young kind of fratam near one do win him near Musan say and be a Chief Justice to coin, not then Hokeni, and then a can of no to coin. Does it offend the state such that it calls for her removal? Yet the Roman now could just overcatch as a president and Nama, what they will two coin at Namurim, now one here, Nakra, I see you get the name Kras, oh, Jareno, one here, also, so one here, also.
President
Johnson. I mean, that's so low. And then, Vice President, the free.
Mebacho, same way, no, Okujeto has replied. I'm for more calling for the resignation. Because he sat on TV3 and said, if there is any member in his government,
yes, no one should use
private jet or be resign. So there's been a call. If people cry to Kata say, Omanhene sign won't remove no. They are calling for his head. Or say, but your Grace, move from to TV no so. Or say, the resignation will be a loss.
How would that be a loss?
Me pacho, my main kind. I don't want to.
In this country, the hypocrisy and double standard.
My resignation will be a great loss to the government.
How? Who is Okujeto whose resignation will be a loss?
Can you people put it there for me?
Have we gone to push to elect him as president of the country?
President Naban, Abia Juma Omanhene
Yaw, NDC Munyansa ni ba ko pa aka wo mu obetime di foreign minister na Okujeto. NDC mu. And your honorable Ivan Samankwa netie. A lawyer of this repute netie. How many NDC for you ono necessary there. Ono nko ani nyansani a waka NDC mu a.
The resignation will be a great, not just a loss, a great loss to the government.
In his estimation.
Anyway,
in his estimation.
Let's not believe
and what we are saying is that the double standards and hypocrisy that has engulfed this administration. You see their own words are beating them. They are coming about to hand them the sub judges, the Obia. At the end of one can Ukruma. We say Kufuadi wicked, that's why he couldn't pay the cocoa farmers 6,500 cedis. Why are they not paying them 6,500 cedis today? What are they saying? What has the narrative?
It's
why has the narrative
3,100.
You see, so we are saying that sir, about weighing someone work and they say something and do otherwise, and that is very unfortunate aspect.
But has the president erred
in doing what?
In his work, in his administration, say Chief Justice was suspended. No, they quote Article 146.
You see,
they quote sections of
the
Constitution that says, say, Omanhene, if somebody brings a petition, 3 citizens petition, he should forward it to
Council of State.
Council of State. He's giving the woman even 10 days to reply. Why reply? I call Council of State. Council of State Atanasi. According to law, according to Article 146, kind 6 now, President has that authority to may. It did not say shall. It says may.
So it
is to his discretion.
Yes, to your discretion.
And yet emphatic.
And you see, read Article 296. He who has given a discretion to exercise in this country
must exercise
do so
not capriciously.
You see, should not be capriciously exercise those discretions.
So for you, this is capricious.
It is so vexatious. It is so frivolous. It is so immaterial. Now, when I walk on, have you read the case of Tufo versus Attorney General Justice Sowa in his delivery in the famous case of Tufo versus Attorney General? He told us that this constitution that we see, it is not just a written text that you are reading to me. It is a living organism.
That's right.
It is capable of growth. And it inspires the hope and aspirations of the people. It's the hope and inspiration of the people is the removal of the Chief Justice in this manner. And he says that this constitution has a letter which you are reading to me according to Article 146. And it has the spirit. What is the spirit? The spirit is the rationale behind doing all that you have read to me. So, would you call for the head of the one arm of the government in this matter? You can call for the head of the Chief Justice on a stated misbehavior, incompetence, or something like infirmity. Which among the things they are saying?
And a call for the stated misbehavior.
I mean, why are we doing this to ourselves? And you would think, sir, if we are to subject the executive to this test, would any single person in the executive survive?
Mami, and welcome, lawyer. Evan Samankwa, lawyer, morning. Now, I'm home to say, nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Okay, you didn't come on TV and radio, so I know you share in person. Mami, why is this becoming political? I take a political twist. I didn't try. I don't want me a mic and so. I saw green come on. Okay, okay, Kasa.
Say, Madiana, if you
Eba.
I mean, you have only what TF Union. And I did also mean, I mean, take this opportunity. I mean, if I invited the general public to me offer a Kosieje, a Wasiwa, memory day.
Oh, okay.
And you will cry no, may invite to any papaya. I cobble me from home. A Siwa.
We can be Okroma.
I will hunt you strong. Also, to be one may be
but he'll have it to me.
I
could have a kind.
You never told him a fiada because you know I've been poy.
Okay.
If you had a memory that now ye come.
Mati.
So I was your for trust on my son.
Mati.
Mujami was you.
Mati.
Now I mean, with a ye cacaca. Before I may answer a question, I mean, chair NDC for us and no man penny John Dramani Mama. And Omanhene can say, Bedi H. Jedana Opuquanima, none of whom Fanua or choir son. Na Yaniagia, not Binufi say, and can Sebia the Nifu never back. Name Yamia the moment Wabamo can send baby. But the Namusu Nimudreno, Ned dear, and Yano Nanyamedre. And to Ababe Drasum Jim, like I said, vice president. Acquire a Shano or banner or the private jet bar. Adia Yentibida Organa Hanum. Adia Yentibida said vice president of the Republic of Ghana. So what I say. One behind private jet say what they call a Kaze meetings and we am for private jet and for them plant them and free Kuma and cry. Emma Kuma say, and name a boy to my wow. Name on Tiapo. Ah, Yantikrom one of President Mua and the private jet didn't plant them. Kaza say wabroni and the back say what are we saying in this country? At the end of double standardness, no. Sunday morning, and I mean, not only Cromwana. She all cast a petition now. I'm on the call against the Chief Justice, frivolous. You see, Papa, I am yase and ne lawyers a walk Cromwa. The same new on any TA. Enya ano can some etia eniema ekoso judiciary no. Onu obedi adanse say it is under this Chief Justice and then adodan kwakufuado and the judiciary no enim twitwi from bebre.
How explain this?
I mean explain about control. It is under Nana Kufuado. So na memuo and certain principles of law. Chief Justice wenimu bia. They say, you try criminal or be in criminal matter. So be a bonnet, not a criminal matter near tried one. Everywhere in this country, procedurally, no. Sani pani a transfer, judge now or you transfer them. And I say, oh, free man, as a BBC, judge and intimate to us be bound. For front of an over Frassia, your friend try I did over. Over Frassia cry.
On twasso
because
more
because criminal you know the two say it is better to 3,000 criminals than to incarcerate one innocent person.
It's true.
It is the way I can now only one now baba to aso there and until that principle on the whole. It is under this Chief Justice I won't cast out to as a lawyer and as idea way and now Opuni Dr. Opuni try anti justice are not must I'm a judge again. Must have been to a case, I better than my case with
Mama Shassi.
Mama Shassi, was it that among Shassi? And I said, Monsieur de Mama Shassi, and I meant Shassi. I will never continue. One man so a partner about Massey, and I'm a Supreme Court who are and done is that principle of Untuasso. And you think says Adeakye or see a trauma. What kind of incompetence is that? That fundamental procedure of the law, because of somebody's whims and caprices, you know, wo watching Chimuno as a son. We saw no or not here, Papa. A crewman near to you. Under Adonango Kufuado. Your principle be in judgment. It's a court, my judgment. Not judgment, you know, and yet executable. Means the execution. Because a judgment be executable. Meaning, lawyer own. I see it say, Abia menu I may not hear you. I mean, when you're some court. Not court of Buama may or dying, be who not court to say a dino, Minkofa. A dino. I meant to be 50 preoccupant as a court to say, for my head, I got dino. Or some engineer processes be of the court. The court will never hear Sankrat and I day. Amami. When you are still for execution, and they say, some courts are court to no court to no, a bear Sankratano, to me the Kratabeko, said the patch of Sankratano, say, Mini Basso Babaya, money train, because we quite appeal. And if it is still over execution, that's right. That's what I say. But the judgment be, and yet, we don't need the court process to engineer it. But me a street, and if a non-executable judgment, and no, it means stay because you are not using any court process. There was a situation. That principle, no, Chief Justice. You see, when you talk of incompetence and when you talk of Niama or Nipabi Aya, Yantia Chief Justice, a brow be the easy court with an injunction. Send Niama Lecture Commission, Eba. Etiamra, it be the neighbor court. Yamon fast son to no. Fight taboto no so. Send a bear on yansa. Na copies of a soon baby. What the case, you know? Eshe data. Satam na Chief Justice, no. Kaze, electoral commission, no, I do not Adena or Yenevi. And you think, says our papa, that time no all Yamamutamo bomb some man. Ah, the Fiamoko. I'm for family values a bill who wants someone, not president, the Kufuado, Empress over on Vango Court. My man, what is your date? A dear date in what they say. A brad, a phenomarkin, a file, a cousin, a process, an injunction, a tier speaker of parliament in relation to the majority and minority issue. No, that day, Bush, I don't know what you are or Minia or yellow, I may respect the power. But I say Supreme Court, I'm transfer Friday. If it's not on the major, I can't say, and you're national, yeah, but that's a Supreme Court of Transfer Friday. And so, Moment Friday. That you only suggest on Moment Friday, or Fallen Friday at 12. Process it, injunction of Fallen at 12. By 2, no, I'm panel people. No, my court transfer. Not a court transfer. You are another firm of the answer at the home. Ah, are you saying, sir? Judge Chief Justice Otia Samuso. Now where di asem etia obi amana di for. Na u ti bench wo e kasa tie nipa no etwitwi na ja nipa no oye lawyer oye police ni. No say Chief Justice dia o ka de me na onya adwene. O say identity ko bi an so me na onya adwene. Muncho no. What are we talking about in this country?
So he is part of the petition.
He is a petitioner. And you say that these petitions are frivolous? When you are using the power that somebody has given you, you are told so about. Now, president in the cry to the Sompa. Are there no processes as a president, no, where the constitution has the powers, no, or the NMA be a bit more impeaching? If you had a Chief Justice, constitution, a man that independence, no, of the judicial, no, as a tia, a quite fast way, bit me, you know, no, one DNA, a cost on the Mosi Enyashi. Or did any part of the men carry? MPP4 and no Cassade near Mamu Kruma at time. Minia, Una de Grundia. Call Chief Justice, the office, no, the protocols of Kuta. Stated clearly, say Chief Justice, say, oh, court official. official duty who the otimi ye na say call private duty
you never be want me
and you maybe want me ye because of your chief justice say your private duty or bodyguard the penalty me a state in here dey e bo ho ka obi o de beka ho bia your private duty bia ye woka na call private vacation wako fa ukunu tie ni o ama ye twa first class take it amano and so what's a malcroje or money per diem aka ho and you think that way and yes some also can want some
is any kunu j per diem abra on your official of
exactly
the banon so aka ho akobia on your official so on a private trip no she's supposed to go with unknown bodyguard it's two no I was say your no nika
exactly
and I win abaya buy nika
more
it not just say wabu mraso
bebre chief justice kuroya ni office ho the launch judicial launch ho contract to decorate that place for over 5 million Ghana say o de mama onim
ni mama
and I just a contract you know
that is conflict of interest is it proven
it's part of the
petition
yeah the born no so what I say and sani ma wonyina no wo si petition no frivolous a then na frivolous about this petition a then na nkontomponi na brabasam e petition ni mu de odidi papa na temo a wo ye lawyer mu a wo lawyer out yi a wo ye menua wonim se me no nyina ye practice law wonim se duru ba bi na se judge kura kasetiawa you can tell the judge so my lord this one because mean disrespect about what time did you meet me do be so what I say but I can tell you on authority my lord I disagree with you on this position na judge na ka say hey CW court warrant officer chelo ya no na ka want to bet my practice law okruma na o use arbitrariness e the yes and ma we na se ne se chief justice ya throw petition etiawa na president by article 146 e the ama council of state na council of state I establish prima facie so won sem yia no ono ana no yie no kura o de baaye you know e kire se won sem yia no because wo de nsem wo yi nsem ano and some of can wo no yia o de baaye e de kire se ene ya makwa ne nya dai yemiem ne mankro ade na musuro sesei ade an na musuro sesei so wo utrem ye fan a enti ama okun utrem ye fan enti ama okun na I was thinking say me chief justice any problem here but it is only when they try to justify say the course no a political that is where I have a problem
because they've said Chairman General Johnson Esiedun Katia has made a statement say this chief justice Omwa the judiciary Omanhene Yaw Mama so made a statement certain key personalities say this chief justice as long as the chief justice is leading
that statement was made before 2020 elections no na under I can say justice and near one net that's one Omanhene Yaw
into that 2022 no has nothing my many buy you know it has
nothing obianka sase no baby
it was justice and Nimieboa
I was under justice and Nimieboa then you may be a so everybody could sit down and predict the outcome of everything
okay
and my course I'm here to do in animal 7 and I down the gruma and then yet me anya no go for appoint to MPP for trans et me Emma ruling in your dissenting I mean no kind dissenting views no omo ye omo adwen say ye ma obi akran dissenting ye hwe na wo ye can say onipa ya appoint you under the NDC justice poor my dear omo kan mu fisi appointing under NDC and the so that obetremu dia there will be no problem what are we talking about papa my question here is that has somebody violated article 146 noa Emma akwenya for the removal of the Chief Justice. On some argument, you know, no, obviously, because you have about it. No, don't can morality.
On moral grounds.
On moral grounds.
So there's a moral suasion.
Now, law, no, are we speaking law or we are dealing with
and the Chief Justice has even said, the law is the law.
Oh, whatever you do, the law is the law. Oh, really? Adeakye Abia mpeni for say abuy the ball bano, ye the botechi. Now we reform sir. Now wash out there. And yema akoso wo Ghana ha. Anda na na do dan kwa fuado. Any Chief Justice mienu a miensa betwam kwa e ma me so fire kufu de on say na niema bia no am raise issues bebree. But under justice ani yeboa. Under justice tokon. And niema bia course everybody could sense and know say this is purely political. Oh, politics as say lawyers are petitioners no fire. Now lawyer no Chief Justice ko fire no former attorney general. That man no we MPP near MPP atade no. On say Chief Justice go baby friend no say we MPP woman organizer. Oh, because only the go fire lawyer. And I go fire lawyer go fire that man. Now me petitioner no. What's it? The petition no presented no. There was any lawyer that presented the petition. Don't make a mistake. It wasn't the lawyer who presented the petition.
It was the petitioners.
It was the petitioners.
But they have chosen lawyers.
Exactly. That be said, brah.
Committee ni buy.
Committee ni buy.
And omodi amano.
Chief Justice started say, Vincent at the first started say, Okwa court. Abra na hwe ye mo hwesel. Go for Adami ye mo hwesel no. Any who say, that been go for one part of my political. Your lawyers be okromu a. Omo so awedre mu e wo mram. Like Achuchi Kata, won't be in when it comes to the law. Because up to now, we haven't been meeting the record in this country as a judge. Sorry, as a lawyer. Oh, Kutari records the soon to yeah. As a youngest person.
Man, I don't see my men. I'm some Ramon China.
But as I am before Suban to the channel. And before opposition, I can't try no.
When is Subrio?
I'm on the Subrio.
No, you are home having deep birthday, Brana Faye. Yes, I'm quitting. And special birthday to Miss Patience Agbolevo. Yeah, Grace. Yes. Miss Patient Agbolevo, ANS, Dominancy SDA Hospital, Emergency Department. This is coming from the Agbolevo family out of Boakye. Your father, your mom, your big sister Oba, and then the husband Mr. Smith. It's also coming from your sister Getty from Accra, and the husband Peter and the children, and all your siblings, including Irene and then the ma any abusiani yinada. Happy birthday to you. Also coming from Boakye, Benjamin, and from Okat, and from all the other team, and especially coming from myself. Happy birthday to you, Miss Patience Ablevo. Enjoy the day to the max. Mavis Abebio, a teacher in Methodist Primary School. Sashi, daddy so, way from Sir Albert. Mrs. Franklin Anoche, Awo of Dinasi, from your husband, Mr. Kwabena Anoche, the boy. Maud Abankwa, MPP woman organizer, if you just search his constituency to you. Happy birthday, Maud. Stella Asuman of Stella's Kitchen, you know, Hini Kakape Center on the Berima, Anita Amakweku, Takrade Amamfom, Sego Junction. Today is your birthday from your sister Ruth Emerald Collections. Isaac Safo, manager of Ghetto Multimedia Francho, Kaichiri Obi sends that. And then 70th birthday to Mr. Jedu Jamra, former chief accountant of GES. Happy birthday to you. Okay, Mami Brown, definitely you have one or two. You were 10 minutes to 5 and 5 for lawyer.
You see, 10 minutes because I'm quite kind, you know.
Oh, Maki. It's your whole time. I said 9:21. It's 5 minutes by 6. No,
He is mentioning the allegations petition.
But your mic no so.
The allegation of the petitioners. And no and a walking kind of and that is why the Chief Justice has indicated or no the right to us having the matter heard in camera. Young Webu Ghana ni BNTB.
Chief Justice so Mama Obiama.
Obia
No BNTB.
BNTB. Young Webu the right and on pay in camera. Yen Ubia Ghana ni Biamiti allegation na omono kano. These things you are saying, it will end up in over there, and when it is subjected to proof,
now we'll let it
under cross examination.
That
is why not. Me now you come as them and say, as we said in the nature
in camera.
And
a Chief Justice say, well, wait,
me right,
the right to in camera and
that will be NTB.
But it doesn't lie in her mouth.
To do what?
To take that decision.
Oh, it's not a decision. Me now me all right now. I'm saying waive it for me. Where how many? Where how many minutes now? Bet you.
Major lawyer.
18.
You see,
you see, if I have my right, and I ask that my rights be waived, it's my right. I can ask for the waiver.
But the decision as to the right being waived
so,
does not lie with you.
That is why it
lies with the committee.
That's why she's asked for that. Because yes, we three move and Tia Monk said okay.
Okay.
It will be NTB.
Okay.
Timmy na me say, asem na mo beka.
Monka will be NTB.
It as to the decision is that if it is in good faith, why would you not do that?
Okay.
It no na obisa. And I mean say panel also will hear it. Na omo aman sa akwanya no na obi a entie ensem na ebe koso no. Na Ghana for ohunu how frivolous this and how politically motivated it is.
Okay.
Edi wo de munya botre bibia ni ho a esi kuruma bibia ni ho ensi da. Edi de ekoso nyina na yehunu bi pen. We address rehearsals yehunu bi pen. Omo ba no they yes coming event cast their own shadows. They foretold us all these things. Eba His Excellency Mahaman can say judges say courts ni nyina no NDC lawyers mo so position mo ho na yemfa mo nko and he's not coloring it. We know, and that's what he sought to do. See any even free yemfa bi meka ho. Ono an argument that the Supreme Court
is being packed
empanelment I thought so you should not go beyond 15 no. And then an appointment away no. How much are they?
Or the 7 account.
What they can't go through saying. Has he now forgotten about the 15 that he spoke about? Into there. Oh my team now Galamsey the Roman
Catholic bishops
are saying
declare state of emergency.
And you know my position in respect of Galamsey. Galamsey baby Galamsey also river bodies, the river banks, the forest reserves. My position is that the government should declare all that places red zone and they should shoot to kill. Anybody found there is an enemy of the state. That is my position. And I think this position will never, it hasn't changed from Akufo-Addo's era and it will never change. My position is that river bodies, river banks. Masa, no enemy of the state. Obi a wo kum oman nipa nyina, wo de san na egu nso ma oman nyina ewu no. Say nipa ndo ewu no ndo ochi. That is my position.
Okay.
All those areas, but unfortunately as it is, now the president is impotent and can never declare any state of emergency, let alone to declare shoot to kill anywhere. State of emergency at that area no, waya and kababwa. The calling of the Catholic bishops, President, he did tweet about but he will never, because now you know what? All the evidence that we have, the reports that are coming from all those media men who are interested in Galamsey fight. Omo can say NDC campaigns, NDC chairman, NDC party financiers, omo need to. Ti kwan bi enu a Era Mahama betimi aye. No wetimi I declare that for them.
Thank you. Time's up.
So nyakukodro ye ne sa ebeboa ma ni nyina.
Ma me branch.
Menua. On say e pepi na ni pebin ka sama na ahuntiu. Sure. Because your lawyers forum na your conference. And your mama say I was say NDC lawyers are more NDC for someone try say most bench. If somebody advise you to go to bench, is it the case say or but my for so do work bench now? Because me am tia sebi woni mu a wodi me go do bench ebia de me pesa me ye mint me ye dey enye me ye adwuma ma me party mint me ye dey enye eti bia me say me ko bench a Supreme Court na that bia me di be 60 years dey kwa na me nua yi na baba some na bia na baba power that time no about after 42 years ago na I recommend me say o yen fa me ko Supreme Court.
No, I could do 10 years or whatever.
I could do 10 years or whatever.
I say known a parliamentary candidate of your you can go. Why not?
That is so party now known parliamentary candidate who
what's the name? Justice.
So you can go. That's why I'm saying you can go.
It who am I? But don't say it is someone yes sir. It's a president. Now my advisors among bench. Or I can't. We a lawyer. If you don't qualify, you can go. Won't qualify
aspire to be there.
Exactly. And again, on him nipa dodua. You don't make a court of appeal no MPP for. Under MPP. You don't papa, you do mana ye no. Ye nia ye di anim eba radio so yi na bia onim se pa. Your lawyer said no to nyina ye tra ye wo lawyers cafeteria trasia. Ye di nkomo obi enu be obia.
Say the
debate.
debate.
Nipa dodua oh. Ye ntimi mu body because ye dwuma na ye ne ye bu ye ho ne respect ye ho so much say you can't do that. But on him, obetime dia dance under MPP for ya appoint to mo court of appeal. Bebre! Sa court of appeal no. Kazen Justice you free who ya am refinity. I mean or ya MPP parliamentary candidate in the 2016 elections. So justice ya the call High Court in 2017. Within a matter of 3 years, na papa na do Supreme Court. 3 years from the High Court. One got to say Dennis, a court of appeal. One Zano. I don't know, Mom Percy, the kind of crook room until ne send this Abana said Dennis at the Supreme Court. Are you saying they are wrong? 7 justices in the Domocom, Muncha won't be a Nanu Yano High Court, woman 1 person. But Momon call for more appoint to the High Court. 3 years, now they been court of appeal.
Supreme Court.
Any Supreme Court. Moya Sani Manina Yachino. It is a ba na Obia Machino Srenia Basa Chine Bosso.
Because he was believed to be affiliated to the
What you say? What do you want, Jenny? Because judgment be now pass away and one yet. So, this is just as a logic you must say. Why not careful? Because Adeakye the man has principle. Me why me case be ye petition back where Dr. Jima was part of it. Court told me the face was no petition go say the payment of the security for cost was delayed for 1 day. And what they about and yes, I got into the merits of the case now. Would I go and stand somewhere so MPP? When the principles no I am running the argument. We say MPP for can come on radio so be I say MPP for lawyer judges because me case move back me no out of that Chief Justice where or transfer case without any cost.
Yes or no so was empty.
Me ni hwetiano. Oh that to me no. Oh cause when somebody has a discretion. Oh article 127A. Oh can want some. So who discretion exercises no well and I abra unim say me no mienu ye case e court 8 I nim say case e ho na ho won throw petition me throw petition ya nya hwe ye court a ye ni buy ho so ye case go afia de court fofo meanwhile ti asem ni e ye wo Chief Justice groya you this Chief Justice ena e ye ya mu de ba ye de ba wo beto ya e ye e kan say yi distribution electronic distribution of cases send by lawyer be ntimi fa case in court be away dey okay Chief Justice Kura na show letter every court of appeal judge back mbese be boni din wa ka kire ne say ono de ono nko a na distribute cases no papa uti asaba na me kani
no be anye
when there is a program the computer program and a feed system no so that no individual could have.
Then it means that it moves from the digital to manual back.
Oh yeah, the manual. Who chief justice? Oh yeah, manual. Sadi panana ko file case one ni one na manual.
CJ no so ayi na dey.
Oh papa, also now to see again manual. To do so see again manual.
CJ si mu fa ni nyina ambre me no no.
Uche. Tie die.
Hey, back for money.
Yes, so fa ni nyina ambre na.
See, I see a video of
ni nyina no no anya no ho asan na to abi.
Sadi
Is it not the case?
Sadi odi ache no, osuan de odi kan.
Now, but say if it is wrong, why is he also doing it?
You see, that's why they don't have
Who chief justice?
Oh, na send the 5 minutes now. What started 26.
Who chief justice?
31. You know na every time.
What's it say?
26.
26.
What's
What's
time
that
also?
say?
I don't know that 21.
Maybe
It will be our time also.
What kasa di
Oh my God.
Oh,
All right, we'll wrap it up. We pay Jay when I sports for them.
Galamsey fight. Chief Justice is something factor. Na Galamsey fight. Me position they are very clear. But I disagree with my brother. Say I see NDC from Penifone. Oh, your bag kakaya. Almost said yes, I fight Galamsey. There was there was a whole forest near a crook as ya. Yakoshi Hodina. Why it is believed? Oh, maybe I it is believed. Galamsey fight. Yeah, sir, man, Jibian can cry. Was was it one a I somehow can
Rastus.
Yes.
I somehow can that is not true. But you see, the fact of the matter is Galamsey fight. So a institutional, a social fight, because the ordinary person now or community now will fight a man one way a beneficiary of the Galamsey.
Okay.
Mikrom, Adansi area, so there was a cry. Go for because I'm going to Galamsey. One of my friends, me two car, echo. We could do all any friends of Cabrana, one bay of a Pamo in Qualay, and no one was here. Hey, Nana, I said, men up as all kind of side. Yeah, Galamsey wa. Essence, you know. Wasn't Qualanzo Coema. I said, they know, Otimina 200 Ghana cities. The Otimina 200 Ghana cities are Bosomo Codibia, Bosomeno, Otimina 6,000. And the school cried me and the school crankolana so. It is a serious matter. But me, Biginaka, we NDC me, not we involve yourself in Galamsey today, a disgrace to you. Because I idea, I say, or man, any idea, no other eka. Ask anybody. Yeba power, nipa be pray na ba mo lawyer. Asasi bi wa won't be go down am say me. Even samangwa. Ada sasi karamele ko hin. Bible say woni ma nyina ho kwan, but then nyina na fatai.
Lawyer Evan Samankwa now in Kano, lawyer George Opon. This morning we've been educated so much about your discussion. Madam Wasi, now when him say you turn suffer muswa mobeba. Lawyer weekend, mini kuku am bedin komo, so definitely over a year over tea and why? Oh, but Timinka. I was your boy with you. You do see Alabona, ready. Emba Jumediana full time no sports na to so have a wonderful day and stay blessed.